I don't know if I'm live or not. Says receiving your content. My internet seems to have slowed right down. You are live. The internet can totally see you. So, according to YouTube, we're live. There was a really long pause there. I don't know why, but it took ages. Now you're just seeing me staring at the screen for ages. Crazy. Welcome to the video, guys. My name's Glenn. This is my channel, BitGlen, and it's I'm vlogging my cryptocurrency journey in this cryptocurrency space. And today, the reason that I'm doing this video quite early on in the day, I wanted to get in there while it was still quite early and fresh. Kevin in the Telegram group chat, which if you want to be a part of, you can click in the little link in the description just below this video and feel free to join. It's a free app. You can jump in. I think we got 115 members in there now. 112, sorry. So it's growing quite well. There's loads of people jumping in with different ideas and different things they want to talk about. So I think that's really great. The Telegram thing's probably the thing that I'm probably most happy with actually since doing this YouTube channel, because I'd never heard of Telegram before I started doing these videos. But the reason that you've probably clicked on this video today is regarding Hashflare. So Kevin in our group chat, there he is, Kevin. Hey Glenn, and Fryer says hey 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 hey. The reason for this video is because of Hashflare. They have reduced their cost today down to $1.20, which obviously if you've been watching my videos from the beginning, or if you've been using Hashflare for a few months, you'll know that that's the price that I paid back in November time, end of November, beginning of December. It was $1.20, and then it went up to $1. No, it jumped straight up to $2.20, I think, something like that, or it might be $1.80. Then it went to $2.20. But I assume, obviously, they've had not as many people join the website. Maybe some people are unprofitable, so their contracts have come to an end. With obviously the difficulty going up of Bitcoin mining and the price of Bitcoin dropping, I can imagine a lot of people's contracts actually becoming unprofitable. Because they did have limited stock for a while. Now it just says in stock, and now they've lowered their prices. So it seems to me that they're using this, you know, an attempt. It's a shame, really, they keep doing this, fluctuating the price. I can see why they're doing it from a business standpoint, but obviously us as loyal customers, if you agree into a $1.20 contract, maybe they should do it saying, like, if you joined in at that price, you should always get that price. You know, if you reinvest. Whereas if currently, whatever the price is for a new person, it's the same for us if we're reinvesting. So maybe that's something they could look at. But the fact that they keep jumping the price up and down is a bit annoying. But obviously this time it's the other way around. It's gone down rather than up. So obviously we're happy. The maintenance fee has still stayed the same. So it's 0.0035 cent, or if you like, per 10 gigahashes for every 24 hours, and I'll get onto that in a second. I've had someone criticise my videos recently for me not mentioning the maintenance fee, but I feel like I've explained it quite a few times. But as well as the $1.20, which, you know, that's the price I paid for it 4 or 5 months ago, obviously they have this discount on, which I believe they had a springtime discount, they called it, and then it was a Celebrate Women's Day discount, but they've still got the discount on there. So the reason I say it's the cheapest it's ever been is because when you actually go to purchase, if my thing will allow me, why won't it let me buy? Ay. The joy of going live. It's not letting me purchase anything, which is fantastic. I wanted to show you anyway, purchasing. Why won't it let me do that? Maybe they're making changes to the website. Anyway, when I just check, oh look, unpaid purchases. Here we go. No, that's not. Right, anyway, so when you go to make a purchase, you can actually try and use this code. I don't know if that's why maybe the website's crashing. Maybe they've realised they've made a mistake. But let's go into this Hashflare site. Let's say if I wanted to buy now, see if that brings up that way. No, it's not letting me view it. Glenn, do you have concerns that Hashflare might end up like Genesis Mining? These discounts seem suspicious. I suppose you could look here like that. Genesis Mining, if you don't know, received a cease and desist order from the state of South Carolina in America because they didn't register with the state as being a form of a security. It's not letting me. Which, to be honest, I don't think will really affect Genesis Mining too much. I believe that's more of a technicality because really you're renting their mining machines, which are based in Iceland. So I don't know what will happen with that. It could happen with Hashflare. They're pretty much offering the same service, the same way. It could happen, I suppose, but really this is only affecting one state in America. So, but then saying that, that's how BitConnect started its downfall, didn't it? It received a cease and desist from 1 or 2 states, and then I think the UK government said they had a month to show that they weren't a Ponzi scheme, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. So I suppose that could happen. So obviously, whenever making a year-long investment into anything, make sure that you do your research. Obviously, it's your decision. I'm not trying to shield this or shove it down your guy's throat. I'm not trying to upsell it at all. It's just that a lot of people question me and say, Glenn, is this a good time to get into Hashflare? And recently, if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I've actually said no, I don't think it's profitable at the moment. But I wanted to show you guys the prices, but I don't know if they're. Let me just completely sign out of Hashflare. I also wanted to go on my Crypto Buddy to do, my normal graph and that, but that website's not loading either. So I don't know if this is my internet, but all the other web pages seem alright. And obviously I'm going live. Let's get rid of this one. Let's make sure I've got no other Hashflare sites. Let's try and re-log in. Maybe they've realised that they've lowered the price and kept the 10% discount in because that is quite cheap. Okay, it's kept me logged in anyway. Now let's see if it will let me do it. No. Damn it. So maybe they're removing it. So this video may be completely worthless in half hour time. But they still have reduced their rates. They're $1.20, which it's a shame. I'm going to have to use Coin Wars as a comparison. But obviously, as we know, they don't take into account difficulty increasing. So if you was to buy 1,000 gigahashes, which is 1 terahash, obviously the power would be 0. And this is where it gets a bit funny, doesn't it? You can't estimate the pool fees. You just can't. One day it could be 20%, one day it could be 50%. I just can't use Coin Wars anymore. It's just a silly math to do. Even if I put, I don't know, what do I put? I can't remember what I used to put. Let's put it at 20%. Well, let's base it on my recent one. So, yeah, it's about 20%. I would say I'm losing in their fees. Bitcoin price. What's the current price of Bitcoin? Let's get rid of that. Sorry, guys. I know this. Bitcoin is currently 9243. Huh? That's probably the first time maybe Coin Wars have changed this. It always used to be a couple of $100 more, wasn't it? But they've actually changed that. So let's leave it as it is. And obviously the cost of that is going to cost you, if it's $1, it's going to actually cost you, if you take off the 10% discount off $1.20, obviously that's 12 cents. So it's actually going to cost you $1.08. Times that by 100, so it's going to cost you, is that $108? Yeah, $108. So 108. Let's see what that actually gets you in terms of profit. So they're saying over the course of a year, obviously depending on difficulty going up or down, that will generate you $204 worth of profit. The amount of Bitcoin it would get you is 0.02 of a Bitcoin, whereas if you was to buy $100 right now of Bitcoin, 100 USD to BTC, I would get you 0.011. So according to CoinWars, without the difficulty increase increments that go up over the course of the year, they're saying that you would actually get double the amount of Bitcoin. But obviously we know that figure is going to be lower. It's actually more than double, because they're saying 0.011 now if you was to put $100 into Bitcoin itself. Whereas if you put $100 into Hashflare, they're saying they would generate you 0.027. So it's a lot more than double. Glenn, the code is still working. I've just tried it and it shows as valid. So maybe it's my internet. I don't know. Maybe it's because I signed out of my account too long. I don't know. Why would it not let me? I thought, do you know what? I changed all my details, because when you go onto this next stage, it shows your name, address, and email and everything like that. I just removed all my address and everything, because they don't actually need your address. So that you guys wouldn't, on the live video, it wouldn't show my full address and everything. But now it's not letting me buy anything. So maybe that's it, because I've changed the address, won't let me buy anything. Let's get rid of that. No, it's not letting me buy it at all. I'm trying. But Kevin's saying it's still working. So what I suggest you do is, if you're sort of thinking, should I get into Hashflare? I believe now, especially with the way that Bitcoin is at the moment, and again, this is, do your own research. This is not financial advice. This is purely my opinion and speculation. It's my belief that Bitcoin will go up in price from where it is now. So obviously these profit margins that that CoinWars are quoting, the amount of Bitcoin that you get may not be correct, but in terms of profit, if you're just looking at US dollar equivalent of what you get for your money, it's my belief that price of Bitcoin will go up, especially within the next month or two. Potentially it would double. But obviously if you buy your contracts when the prices are low, this is how I think I done so well. I bought Hashflare when Bitcoin was worth probably 9,000 actually, oddly enough, and then obviously it went up to 18,000. So the amount of US dollars I was getting a day was close to sort of $45 to $50 a day, and I was thinking, oh my god, if this carries on, I'm going to earn 4 times my investment. But obviously then the market crashed, and everything went down to like 60% less than what it was worth on that at that time. But I've obviously done quite well out of Hashflare. Now today, if you were thinking, well, I was a bit unsure, I'm a bit on the fence, I think this is a great time. I mean, I don't know how long they're going to keep honour that 10% discount, especially with them lowering the prices today. Maybe it's today, maybe tomorrow. But soon as you purchase that, that's it, you're done, isn't you, for the year? You've bought your Hashflare contract. So I actually said recently in my videos, I don't believe Hashflare to be profitable at the moment, but all it would take is for them to lower the price and the price of Bitcoin to go up. So at the minute they've lowered their price and they've got a discount, so even better. All we need now is that price, that Bitcoin, to go up. But inherently what's going to happen is, obviously if Bitcoin goes up to 16,000, 17,000 per coin, Hashflare are going to go, Bitcoin mining's more profitable now, so right, we're going to put the price of our mining back up to like $1.80 or $2, $2.20 again, and then you have to say, right, okay, well, Bitcoin's gone up in price, Hashflare's gone up, the difficulty's gone up, so then there's not so much. But if you get in when it's the price is low with Hashflare, the price of Bitcoin's low, really it should only go up from there. I know that's, you could say, Glenn, stop chatting shit, but that's my belief. That's just my opinion. Obviously, it could go down to 0. notification squad here. So it's my belief that with these low prices, if you get in today, you've bought your contract for a year, so you know that's that, it's done, and then all you need to do is sit back and wait for, hopefully, fingers crossed, Bitcoin to go up in price, and all of a sudden that profit will seem it will be a lot higher. That's my belief, and that's again my opinion. I keep saying that over and over again because I would hate for you guys to invest in Hashflare and something happen like Bitcoin goes down to 5,000 a coin, and you say, Glenn, you told me to do it, and it's all your fault. I've just lost 10 grand. You know, that would make me feel sick. So make sure you do your own research. Go with your gut feeling. You know, it's not financial advice, but it's my belief that this is a great time. Now, I was thinking about, I've got this balance here, which obviously is getting close to making my second withdrawal. Because to withdraw with Hashflare, just so you know, if you're new, you need a balance of 0.05 to withdraw Bitcoin, that is, which in current terms, that is about $500 US. So that means I've got about $300 US. So I need to wait another, I would say, 18 days, depending on obviously the price going up or down. The more the price of Bitcoin goes up, not only is that Bitcoin worth more, but the amount of coin they take away from you for their maintenance fee lowers as well. So I hope that makes sense. I've explained many times before, Hashflare have gone about it, I suppose it's the only way they could go about it legitimately, but they take their maintenance fee out. They charge a set amount, so it's not a percentage like a pool fee percentage. That's why CoinWars is very difficult to realistically calculate what you're going to end up paying in pool fees. It's not a percentage. So I've put in there 20%. Let's say we put in 10%. They actually, Hashflare, take out a set fee. So you can see there the profit goes up even more. It's a set fee. So they take out, let's just get that page, the front page back up. They take out from you 0.035 per 10 gigahashes for every 24 hours. So if you have 1 terahash, which is 1,000 gigahash, obviously times that by 1,000, then you're looking at, I don't know, $3.50. Is that right? $3.50. They would take that from you per day. Now, if you do $3.50, for argument's sake, US dollars to Bitcoin, today, that means they would deduct from you 0.00039 of a Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin was worth double that, let's say Bitcoin was worth 18,000, because today it's worth 9,000, the amount of Bitcoin they would deduct from you would be 0.00019 and a bit, you know, or 20, you know, half that, because they're still only taking $3.50 from you, but that Bitcoin is worth the amount of what $3.50 worth of Bitcoin is obviously the amount is lower. I hope that makes sense. I got a few criticisms from my last video saying, Glenn, you haven't explained the maintenance fees, and I just, again, this is where it's difficult. Obviously, when I'm making content, I'm just assuming it's the same 30 people in my live chat that are watching these videos, but they're not. They're the people that jump in straight away, and obviously they're sort of like my biggest viewers, and they're in the Telegram group chat. But then, obviously, once the video gets uploaded, I'm getting people watch my videos that have never even seen my face before, you know, and they're watching my video thinking, oh, he just skipped right over that bit. And I think, oh, yeah, I just assumed everyone knew what I was talking about. But make sure you do your research. Hashflare take their fee out in a set fee. Now, this is going to result in, obviously, you've paid a very low price for the mining. Hopefully, the price of Bitcoin goes up, and then as that happens, the amount of fee that they deduct from you out of your Bitcoin every day is going to get a smaller and smaller amount. So then, therefore, you're going to have a bigger chunk of the amount of coins that you're generating every day. That's what's important to me. Some of you may be watching this thinking, well, I just want to put 1,000 US dollars in and get 2,000 US dollars out. If you're just thinking of it that way, then at the moment, based on CoinWars estimate, you're going to get that. You're going to double your money within the space of a whole year. But that depends on if, obviously, you've got the mining difficulty going up or down or stagnating. You've also got to take into account the price of Bitcoin going up, down or stagnating. And obviously they take Hashflare take their fees out. But I'm trying to cover myself all different ways of what I'm saying. But it's my honest opinion, and this is Glen being honest to you guys. It's my honest opinion that with these prices and the discount that's available right now, if you go on Hashflare right now, according to the guys in the group chat, it is available and it's working now. I believe Hashflare to be a really good investment, better than Genesis mining. So I don't think I've ever said that before. I believe the prices right now, with the price of Bitcoin as it is, I believe Hashflare to be a very good investment. But that could change. They could put their prices up and stuff like that. Now, if they keep the prices as they are, and say they keep that discount on there, I don't know how long that's until. But let's say that's until the end of March. This is not financial advice. This is Hussein says, "What's up?" Soul Silly says, "Bitglen, regarding titanium bar, you mentioned previously it was forked into T-bar due to a hack. That's why bar is worthless. Stay away." Thank you for that. I was actually going to do research into that titanium today, but I'll still do a bit of research. But thank you for the heads up. Luda says, "It's in my portfolio. I'm like $120 since morning." Oh, Encash. Sorry, I didn't read your comment before. Check Encash on CoinMarketCap. So before we get onto that, guys, I just want to finish this off because some people may only be watching this just to see what I'm saying about Hashflare. It's my honest belief that the best strategy at the minute, this is my opinion, and I was gonna buy some more Terahash just so I can show you the discount. I've done it twice this morning before this video went live, and I thought, right, it's working, the code works, right, let's go for it. And now they've taken it. For some reason I can't get on it. So, but Kevin and Luda, they're saying it is still on there. So if that is the case, I would highly suggest getting in there, buying it for the $1.08. Shadow says, "So it's cheaper now for script and SHA-256. Any update also for the Ethereum contract?" I wouldn't want to give advice or tips for the Ethereum one because I haven't done it. So I can't even remember what the prices were before. I'm surprised that Hashflare haven't sent an email out actually saying what, because normally they send you what the prices are before and after. But that's $2.20 at the moment. What can you guys remember what it was before? Also, Ethereum has really stagnated. It hasn't. Again, if that doubles in price, then the Ethereum contract will look pretty profitable as well. The script one is still $3.20, I believe. That's what it was before. I know it went up to $4.80 at one point, but then they lowered it down. But I can't remember what that figure was. Why we can't get some Ethereum? It is better at the moment. Well, you can get Ethereum. I'm just comparing, obviously, what I've been doing for the last 5 months. A good thing with Ethereum is, as well, there's no maintenance fee, so you haven't got to worry about how much they deduct from you every day. Just the amount of Ethereum that you mine that day, that will continue for a whole year long. So that's really good. Automatic payouts in Ethereum. Obviously, for me, as you guys know, I'm invested with Envian and they're going to be paying us out in Ethereum. So in my mind, I thought, right, I'm mining Ethereum through them, and I'm doing Bitcoin mining through Hashflare, you know. So they're like my two revenues at the moment. But anyway, I wanted to say, if they continue that discount, that $1.08 per 10 gigahashes, it would be my not advice, but you know, what I would personally do is, obviously you're going to buy, depending on how much money you've got, you're going to buy obviously a set amount of terahashes at the beginning, but I would reinvest every day until they remove that discount, then obviously stop it. You know, do you see what I mean? I think it's such good value for money at the minute that I would keep reinvesting every day that discount was available. until obviously they removed it, then stop your reinvestment. So it's really easy. This little button up here, if you're new to this, no change since the last discount. What Ethereum you're talking about? Yeah, the only one really I'm focusing on obviously is the Bitcoin one, because I believe this to be quite a profitable form of mining at the moment. If you buy say you buy 1 terahash, that's going to cost you $108. So you've got 1 terahash and you'll be mining so much Bitcoin per day. I would click on reinvest, and then what the system will do for you is it will automatically, once you've accumulated enough BTC in your wallet, in your balance, sorry, it will buy another 10 gigahashes for you. Now obviously, oh no, I wouldn't do the reinvestment. Don't do the reinvestment option. So that will buy it for you automatically at $1.20. What you want to do is you want to click the little shopping cart, then go to how much gigahash you want to buy, do it manually. Forget what I just said, do it manually. Then you click proceed. Then on the next page, when it comes up with the invoice, it says redeem code. You want to copy and paste this code here, and then paste that in and click redeem, and then it will deduct 12 cents off for you. So then you get it at the $1.08. If you do the automatic reinvest, it will just buy it at $1.20 for you. It doesn't automatically apply discounts. So just be careful with that. But while that code's on there, I would definitely take advantage of that. That's my opinion on Hashflare. Do with it what you will. I hope obviously you all make profit out of it and we can accumulate more Bitcoin than as if we were just to buy some today, because obviously that would be the easiest option. If you're watching this video and you think, well, I just want to buy Bitcoin and hold on to it, then do that. For me, I'm thinking I want to accumulate more BTC. I want more Satoshis, and at the minute Hashflare are providing that to me, and now they're even cheaper. So I may use this whole balance actually to buy some more terahash while it's at these cheap rates. So I was going to make a withdrawal in 20 days time. I might just buy more terahash instead. What do you guys think? I think it's a good shout. And I would do it like, it's really annoying me because I was going to do it. I was going to buy some more terahash while you guys watching the video, but it's not letting me, which is annoying me. Had to happen. I bet as soon as I get off this video as well, it bloody works. See if it'll do it now. God's sake. Unpaid purchases. No, won't let me do it. Rubbish. So anyway, that's my piece on the Hashflare. There is a link for Hashflare down below in the description. It is a referral link, so when you use it, I get a percentage of BTC of what you what you set up an account with. It only works if you're a new person joining Hashflare. If you already have a Hashflare account, obviously you already have it probably saved on your computer anyway. If you don't want to use my referral link, just search Hashflare into Google and then do it manually yourself. You know, but I believe it to be a good opportunity. So that's my thoughts. Don't forget to comment in the section down below what your thoughts are on the current Hashflare prices. If you want to join a Telegram group, don't forget to do that. You can see my phone's going off already. The link for it is down below as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you agree with me, and don't forget to subscribe. We're over 1,000 subscribers now, and I thank you for all the support out there. Luda says, I wouldn't invest now. Remember, BTC is low. Maybe you should invest in new ICOs. Well, yeah, that is a good point, Luda, but then obviously you've got to weigh up. The second that obviously Bitcoin starts going up in price, I've got to hope that Hashflare don't put their prices back up. Also, I don't know how long that discount's on there for, so the 10%. Will Bitcoin go up 10% in the next few days? Potentially, it could go up 10%. So at the minute it's at 9.2, so it would have to go up another 900. So it'd have to be at 10,200, say, tomorrow. Then I'd be slightly better off because, you know, but then if I lost the 10% discount. If the 10% discount was still on there and Bitcoin goes up 10% in the next day or two, then yeah, I'll be even more better off. Like, I'll be able to buy more gigahashes. But then you're running a fine line, aren't you? You're risking losing either the discount or the price of Bitcoin going up or down. Thanks. See you soon for the next one. Have a good day. That's from Tariq. Thank you. Shadow Blader says, wait for BTC price to reach 10k before buying / reinvesting. I think this is the best choice. You're right, it is, but then you're gambling on losing the 10% discount and obviously their prices. I assume now that they've lowered their prices to $1.20, that will be the standard for, you've got to say, at least a month or so. But then saying that, they only put their price up to $2.20, I swear, about a month or two ago. Then they dropped down to $1.80. Then they brought out 10% discounts for the last, 2-3 weeks, which has made it about $1.50. Now they've made it $1.20 and there's a 10% discount. So, so the dumb Irishman bought 810 USD 4 hours ago, then the price drops. Oh no, Jack. I feel your pain. This actually happened to me. I remember I bought a large amount of Hashflare, and then the price of Bitcoin, like I say, obviously I bought it when Bitcoin was about I bought it when Bitcoin was higher. And then obviously Bitcoin dropped in price. I don't know. And I remember thinking, I should have just waited. But I would do it, but I'm saving my BTC for med credits. LOL. That's a new ICO, I believe, isn't it? If I bitch, do you think they will give me the discount? It's worth a try. Why not? You'll probably get an email in about a week's time saying thank you for your response. You should buy some Encash. Check CoinMarketCap, and this is financial advice with a little sticky tongue. Right, let's just satisfy Luda. If you're still watching this video, that's it with Hashflare. That's my views. See, since we've been talking, Bitcoin's actually gone down in price, so you don't want to lose that 10% discount. You know, if it goes, say the price doesn't really go up to 10k within the next day or two and they remove the 10% discount, you're going to feel, God, you'll be like Jack, I wish I'd done it the day before. But then saying that, the whole cryptocurrency game is, if you talk to anyone in cryptocurrency, the first thing they say is, this is the first thing they say. Yeah, I knew about Bitcoin when it was like $300. I would have got invested then, but I held off and I jumped in when it was 18k. You know, there's always a better time, always. But all I can say is today's today. At the minute, Hashflare is a good price with the discount. I believe it to be a good opportunity, so I probably will be buying some more terahashes. So we'll see if I can, if the website will let me. So let's just please Luda, because otherwise he gets really angry if we don't do what he says. He sends me threatening messages. No, that's not right. Encash we want, didn't we? Oh, that is Noculus Vision. Sorry. So it's up, even though everything else is down, it is up 32%. It's currently 4.5 cents. Whoa. That graph is all over the place, isn't it? So you're advising me, Luda, to buy Encash at an all-time high. 46 cents was the all-time high. Let's have a look in the last 7 days. That has gone through the roof. What makes you think, Luda, that is going to go up even further? I mean, you're recommending me buy a coin that, as far as I was aware, was a pump and dump coin. Let's have a look at their social media. Our business development referral program offers you a chance to add 1 million Encash to your wallet. Already, based on that first sentence and their next one, given that many of our bounty hunters, this sounds like a complete scam and a complete pump and dump coin. That's my opinion. I've just read one sentence. If that's the only thing they've got to talk about, referral bonuses, then our YouTube channel is a perfect place to learn about Encash, Noculus Vision Project, some of our biggest advisors. Go ahead and subscribe today. Let's have a little look at their YouTube channel, shall we? Let's go on a venture. They've got 1,000. Damn it! They've got more subscribers than me. They have done a few videos. Seems, I know, actually, to be fair, a lot of ICOs.
How will Nucleus Vision's token benefit the ecosystem?
Oh, is this one of them retail ones? There's so many of these.
Nucleus's token in real time.
Is this where you go into a shop and then they message you and then they can sell your... See, one company have come up with this idea and now there's about 10 of them doing it, and it's all to do with me going into, say, Ralph Lauren. Oh, where's me going into the Ralph Lauren shop. They know through the GPS in my phone that I've walked into Ralph Lauren. Then they obviously use my email address or something. They know what I've purchased. Therefore, they know what I buy, what size I buy, what colour I buy, what I'm like, what type of designs I like. They can then send that information to other retailers that would send me like an email or an up-to-date thing, but some of them, I don't know if Encash are doing it like this, but some of them actually say, right, Glenn, do you want to give your information to, let's say, TK Maxx? I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that. Do you want us to give your information to TK Maxx? They'll pay you 30p for your data, for your information. I can say yes, and then they send me like, oh, we've just had this new design come in, or this blue, extra large, top, blah, blah, blah. Then I'll be more likely to go, God, that looks really nice. That's like the one I've just bought, but obviously that brand, right, I'll buy it. So if Encash are doing that, there's quite a few. I think actually I talked about this maybe once before, so maybe, yeah, I will. I don't like any companies though that just spam all their in two of their last tweets. They've mentioned about how good their referral bonus is. Given that our bounty hunters haven't submitted their KYC details, we've decided to extend the KYC submission deadline by 2 weeks. If you participated in the bounty program, our YouTube channel was a perfect place. We've seen groundswell of support over the last few weeks, loads of new users. Once again, we'd like to remind all our bounty hunters, please note that last time. Encash may make your everyday shopping much more delightful. Here we've put together a video that explains how Encash moves through the Nucleus Vision ecosystem to help connect retail experiences. Sounds quite good. Yeah, I might have to do maybe a bit more research into that. I don't really want to buy any more. I don't really want to spend any more money of my. Originally, I withdrew 0.1 of a Bitcoin from Hashflare, and that was thanks to obviously me mining and reinvesting. So I got up to 21 terahashes, but also obviously referral people using my link down below as a referral link, and that equate when Bitcoin's worth about 10,000. That equated to about $1,000. Since then, I have been buying I bought Z Classic. Let's just log into my wallet. I bought Z Classic, which obviously bottomed. I lost quite a bit of money in that. Let's see how much Bitcoin I've actually got. Now I've got 0.025 Bitcoin. And then the other thing I've obviously invested in is I've bought some Envium, which is about $200 worth. But let's see what they're worth today, because the price did go down to like 50 cents. But I think now they're back at that price again. So it's at 59. So it's gone up slightly, I suppose. But I could obviously sell them. I was hoping the Envium would go back up to the $1 mark, but that hasn't happened. So I feel like anything I'm investing in at the minute, like coins, I'm either losing money or it's stagnating. But then saying that, even if you just hold on to Bitcoin, it's gone down in price, so you can't win, I suppose, until obviously all the markets pick back up. It's not, check the website. It's an Indian project. The current population of India is 1,349,000,000 as of Tuesday. Based on the latest United Nations estimates, Indian population is equivalent to 17.74 of the total world population. Good afternoon. I'm hodling this coin till $1. So you're hoping it will even double in price from where it is now. Jeff, just here, what is missed? So Jeff, we were talking about how good the Hashflare deal is at the moment. They've actually lowered their price down to $1.20. Let's see if they'll let me buy it. No, still not let me buy. And they're also having this 10% discount as well. So currently, to use Hashflare, it's only costing $1.08. So I believe that to be the best deal that I've seen with Hashflare since I've been involved in Hashflare. So I'm talking since November last year. So that's really it from me, guys. That's all I wanted to sort of talk about. I'll probably do another live video later because I know my guys like me to babble on for 2 hours and check like 10 different things while we're on live video. But really today was just meant to be a self-contained video about the Hashflare prices. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you want to talk to me and the guys that you see in this live chat more often, then join the Telegram group chat. The link for it is down below. A few people have messaged me and said, Glenn, I can't use that link. And as far as I'm aware, you just copy and paste it and put it into the app or use it through the desktop. I actually use Telegram through a desktop just as much as I do. Well, Fred has put, I've calculated on the price and it doesn't look good. It will only give you about $100 or something like that in a year for a 10 terahash. 10 terahash will give you $2,448 from Crypto Compare. The maintenance fees are $1,277 and the contract costs $1,080. Still better to buy some Bitcoin and hodl. So that's Fred's view on it, and I wish that I could show you guys that I like to use that. Hey, here we go. It's working now. Yes, the F me over I bought for $2.20. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Sorry about that, Jeff. Just here, what have I missed? Not doubled. It's, oh yeah, it's 5 cents. You're going to hold on to it till it's $1. Big baller. Right, so let's base it on 1 terahash. Yeah, so 1 terahash. The difficulty is what it is. That's the bounty price Bitcoin. That's what it is now. Just updated as I clicked on it. There's no pool fees. Just bear that in mind. There's no pool fees with Hashflare. So that's what they're saying the profit would be. But that is going to cost you $108. The recurring costs. The recurring costs are going to be, let's do let's do 1,000, so 0.0035 times 100 equals 35 cents. That'd be 35 cents a day, times that by 31 days of the month. So the recurring cost would be $10.85 per month. That is what you're going to pay, and they take that out in Bitcoin. Bear that in mind. Price change. So what do we think the price is going to be? Do we think it's going to go up 10%? And the difficulty change they're saying they estimate it to be, with the current amount of difficulty, 12.64. So let's save that configuration. Sorry. They're saying that and you have to click on never sell coins. Right, okay. So we're going to store the coins generated. So they're saying obviously month 1, we're going to do this over 12 months as well. So obviously you start off with 0 Bitcoin. You're going to end up with 0.0155 over the course of 12 months. What was that? That was 0.0155. 0.0115 BTC to USD. So it's 103 US dollars. So actually, over the course of a year, it still would work out better to buy Bitcoin at the moment and hold on to it. If you're looking at it in terms of how much Bitcoin that you can hold on to, Big Glen, you kind of look like Darren Brown. I don't know if to take that compliment or not. I quite like Darren Brown. He's all right. I'll take that. Total costs. Oh, let's do total profit. So if you was thinking that Bitcoin was going to go up in price, but then saying that, obviously you would hold on to Bitcoin and it would go up in price anyway. So this is irrelevant, I suppose. But they're saying that you would have $200 worth of Bitcoin over the 12 months. So therefore, if you're putting in $108, you'd be getting double the amount back. And that's with the difficulty going up 12% every month. Obviously, as we know, sometimes it stagnates, sometimes it lowers, but then the price of Bitcoin could higher or lower. It is really difficult to, there's so many moving parts. You know, if you imagine, this is what I've got in my head, a half pipe, if you know what that is, just like a tube that's cut in half, and you put 3 or 4 balls and they're rolling like this, and they're all rolling at different times. When's the best time to go forward? You'd have to look at every ball and just determine their moving parts, how fast, their trajectory, whether they're moving straight lines or whether they're moving like... So it's quite hard, but based on US dollar profit, it's saying you would double your money, but in terms of Bitcoin, it's saying that based on difficulty and the price of Bitcoin going up, if we put it in at 12%, it's saying that you would only end up with the same amount of coin as if you was to hold on to it, as if you was to just buy Bitcoin today. So that's what my crypto buddy is saying. Make sure you do your own research. I hope that's clarified. The price of Bitcoin's dropping dramatically on here. So I wonder if, let's have a look. I was thinking that Bitcoin was going to pick up today. Yeah, it is. It's gone from 9.2 to 9.050. So it's dropping quite a bit. So by the looks of things, by about midday today, by the end of today, we could be looking at 8, I would say, Bitcoin. But we'll see. Could bounce back, I suppose. Glenn, you as a YouTuber expert in crypto, I am not a cryptocurrency expert. I believe that most of you that are watching this probably have been in cryptocurrency longer. I do probably more research than a normal person because so many people are asking me to look into different things at the same time. So I am learning a lot very quickly, but I'm nowhere near, I'm not even close to being a novice yet, let alone an expert. So just bear that in mind. You need to have some kind of crypto portfolio. You need to have some altcoins you believe the potential have to grow. So you're right, Luda. I suppose it would be nice to have like 10 different companies that I believed were going to do well, and have a portfolio of them all and keep an eye on them. And I think I will get there. But this is the trouble. Obviously, I got into cryptocurrency, as probably a lot of you potentially will get into it, by using a credit card. Now, I've used that credit card and I've maxed that credit card out. I currently owe, in my mind, this is how I budget things, I owe cryptocurrency, or from cryptocurrency, 2,800. So at some point I need to pay that back. Then I'll be up. Then if I'm up, I can buy whatever I want, and without feeling guilty about it, without worrying if I'm going to lose it all. Currently at the moment, if the price of Bitcoin fell off the face of the earth and so did all the other coins, I'd be thinking, shit, I've just lost $3 grand of my own money, my own family money. I've kept it as separate as possible. That's why I put it on a credit card. I didn't want to use any of our own savings and stuff like that. And what I'm trying to do is actually make small withdrawals to pay the minimum payments on a credit card until Bitcoin goes up. January, I thought, yeah, Bitcoin's going to go up. It dipped. Then in February, I thought Bitcoin's going to go up. It didn't. It went down to 6. Then March, I thought, it's going to go up in March. And it hasn't. So it's keeping me hooked in. We're on the 13th of March now. So we're halfway through March. So maybe April. Maybe April's when it starts to really pick up. And then obviously I can pay off the credit card and have some money left over, therefore buying some altcoins. And I have been practicing Luda, so every time you guys see me use, I used HitBTC, bearing in mind I went from never ever using a cryptocurrency exchange, maybe 2 months ago, to now I've used HitBTC, Trade Satoshi, Bitfinex, Binance. So I'm still learning, and this is why I'm not an expert at all. I'm still learning, and obviously, 1, you need to look into projects. 2, you need to find out who sells them. If it's an exchange you trust, do you leave the coin there, or do you try and download their version of a wallet? There's quite, again, a lot of moving parts. And obviously, when the market goes down like it is today, it's very tempting to be like, oh no, that coin's going down, or there's a lot, you hear a lot of stories about coins getting hacked and everyone loses their coins, so it's difficult. It is difficult. It doesn't matter. Let's see, where do we leave off? It doesn't matter. They worth $10 or $100. Don't be afraid. You lose on fees anyway. Andre says the problem with Hashflare is not so much the price you pay, but the maintenance cost. Yeah, that's true, and obviously with them taking it out as Bitcoin, the amount of Bitcoin that you receive goes up, or it slightly goes up and down, depending on obviously the price of Bitcoin on that day. Every time Bitcoin drops in price, the less amount of BTC I'm receiving every day through Hashflare. The more Bitcoin goes up, obviously the amount of BTC that I receive in my account goes up, and then there's a double whammy, because after that, if the price of Bitcoin goes up even more from that, then the amount of BTC that I've been storing in that wallet, that obviously is worth more. So then the profit goes up and up and up as the price of Bitcoin goes up and up and up. But yeah, you have to really weigh up what it is you want from the mining itself. But that's the same. It's not just Hashflare. That's the same with buying an Antminer S9, buying a GPU rig. You could go out and spend, you could easily spend £2,000 or £3,000 on a really decent GPU rig. And unless you use something like NiceHash, where it mines all different types of coins, the most profitable ones of that day, and then pays you out in Bitcoin, it's still, you could, whatever you're getting that day, give it 3 months down the line, and the amount of money you'd be getting would be going down. Therefore, you'd be like, oh, this isn't returning the profit I thought it would be. Same with an Antminer S9. Plus, you've got to worry about things like NiceHash got hacked, so that's not exactly bulletproof, is it? And everyone lost their coins then. They shut down for a month or so, so then your GPU rig no longer is mining the most profitable things. You've just got to mine, you've got to manually do it unless you're quite technically minded. You got Antminer S9s, obviously very loud, a lot of heat, take up a lot of electricity. Generally, the price of electricity goes up, and the amount of Bitcoin you're getting goes down with the difficulty. So then the profit, so there's no foolproof way, because otherwise that would just be the way that everyone does it. If Hashflare was 100% bulletproof, going to double, triple your money, everyone would be on Hashflare. If it was guaranteed that GPU mining was the best way, everyone would have GPUs. So it's very difficult to know which is the right way. You just have to go with the one that you feel the most comfortable with. Obviously, I would love to have a few GPU minings rig. I would love to have Hashflare mining for me. I want Envian mining for me. So then I've got all these different sources of mining income. And obviously after like 6 months, 8 months, I can sit back and go, do you know what? The best form of mining I've got, the one that hasn't faltered, is Hashflare or Envian. Right, okay, I've got another, I've accumulated, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin or whatever. Right, I'm going to put another 1,000 in that one. Obviously, at the minute, I've only got one source. I've got Genesis mining and Hashflare, but they come under the umbrella of cloud mining. I've only got cloud mining to go on at the moment. I tried to mine using my laptop, and it said I would earn, I think it was $30 if I left it mining for the whole year. But that was, the fans were like, and I thought that's going to eventually break my laptop. And the laptop cost me £2,000. So, I can't even do that. But eventually I do want to make, once I've paid back the original investment I put into cryptocurrency, once I start running at a profit, I would love to have like a really decent GPU mining rig, or a couple of them at least, doing mining different ways, like one with that mining pool software that we were talking about yesterday, one with nice hash, have them both running 24/7, and have an ASIC miner. Samsung and GMO, they're going to be bringing out ASIC and GPU mining more to mainstream, just aimed at miners, and once they get involved, there's going to be more competition, which means the prices may lower potentially. Or they'll probably all just club together and agree a price they won't go below. Let's have a look. Still looking into Tron. Yeah, I'm still not sold on them, to be honest, Crypto Rise. I know you'd be gutted with that because you're quite a big advocate of them, but it's not something I'd be interested in, to be honest. But that's my opinion. A lot of people seem to really like it. I personally don't. BTC can't fall. This is the future. When guy from Bosnia and Herzegovina knows what Bitcoin is, then we're on good track. And once I know where that country is, then my my knowledge has increased. Kevin says, hopefully now that Mt. Gox trusts can't sell any more BTC until September court date, hopefully it will be a bit more stable. So yeah, this was a story. If you guys haven't read, I haven't really touched on this. I haven't really. Mt. Gox, which was an exchange, say like a Coinbase. So imagine Coinbase doing this today to us. They're saying they got, they had a big hack and they lost loads of Bitcoin, and they shut down and people lost loads of money that they invested in. They managed to keep hold of a lot of Bitcoin, like thousands of them. I can't remember how many it was, like tens of thousands of Bitcoin. And a trustee was told to obviously look after, or be trusted with all these Bitcoin, and he was meant to sell them over a period of time to pay back what the investors that filed the complaint, so say they wanted, I don't know, like £1 million back, he had to sell the Bitcoin to make £1 million. He's done that. He's made the £1 million back. So now he's got all this extra Bitcoin because Bitcoin's gone up so much in price. They're like, well, what should we do with this? Do I just sell it and I keep the money? Should we sell it and the courts get the money? It goes back to the government? Or should the original people that filed this complaint, should we sell it on their behalf and they keep all the profit? Should we try and find other people that have... This is all the conversations that are going on. So at the minute, as far as I'm aware, he can't sell anymore. And a lot of people have blamed these massive dips because obviously when he's selling, and this is what I was saying the other day in my video, a lot of people say, oh, it's big whales moving it and it's all FUD and all that. If there's more of something available, it's lower in price because there's the demand for it hasn't caught up with the supply. So he's putting a lot of Bitcoin back into the system, therefore lowering the price of Bitcoin. So a lot of people are blaming him on, I'll say him, it could be a group of people, I suppose, making this decision, but blamed him on obviously the fluctuations of Bitcoin recently. But apparently he can't do that at the moment. because they have to wait till they go back to court and decide what they're going to do with the rest of this Bitcoin and the rest of the profits that are going to be made from it. So hopefully that would mean that there's going to be less Bitcoin being dumped into the system. But obviously, inherently, what has happened is the amount of volatility that there is. It's made a lot of people go, do you know what, this isn't quite for me. I'm quite... And you imagine, obviously, for people like, say, me and Luda and obviously a lot of you, if you're sitting there thinking, right, Bitcoin is the future and it is going to be worth 50,000 per coin, 100,000, whatever. If you have that belief, these price dips and lows don't really bother me that much, because it's just... I'm just ticking by. Really, my YouTube channel should have just been me saying, hey guys, buy as much Bitcoin as you can, put it in a Ledger Nano S, hide it somewhere in a safe, and I'll see you guys again in 10 years' time. Don't forget to subscribe, you know. That probably is the best advice. But obviously we're looking at it every single day. So we're talking about it every day. But for someone who doesn't have that belief, who's thinking, do you know what, everyone's making a bit of money on this Bitcoin, I'm going to put $1,000 into it. They're checking their Coinbase app or their exchange, whatever, 3 days later, and they're going, oh my God, it's gone down to 9 grand. Ah, that means I've lost, you know, 1,000, I've lost £100. Should I just withdraw it now? And for some people that is quite stressful and it is quite disheartening, and they might be like, do you know what, this isn't for me yet, this is quite... it's too much, it's going up and down. One day I'm really happy, the next day I'm really sad, and obviously that can lead to, like, obviously a bit of depression, you know, if you think about it like that. So it is quite stressful, and it's, again, this is why I'm saying it's very much like gambling. I used to gamble a lot, and I used to bet on free card poker and roulette and you know, just anything really. Anything I could bet money on, lottery. You know, I was doing competitions, everything, and you would find that exactly the same patterns, exactly the same feeling. You know, you'd be like, oh yes, I've just won 100 quid on roulette. Right, oh yeah, look, now I'm going, oh, I've lost 100 quid. Oh, fuck's sake, I need to make that 100 quid back now. So then you're betting, and then you're like, oh, now I'm 200 down. I need to put in a £400 bet, hoping I make the £200 back. So then I'm back where I was half hour ago. And all of a sudden you're chasing, and then you're like, then you're sweating, and then you're like, and your heartbeat goes. It is, and if you can't handle that, if you don't know how to deal with that stress, then just buy some, don't look at it, come back maybe in a year's time. Only invest what you're willing to lose, what you can afford. That's always been my philosophy, and I've done the same. You know, I would love really I would love to sell this house, buy another house, and if I've got 10 grand equity left over, dump it all onto Bitcoin or Litecoin or one of them, and just wait, come back to it in 5 years' time, you know. But I'm only investing what I'm willing to wake up and lose, which I'm at that stage. So these price fluctuations don't really get to me that much. But obviously, let me know what you think. Do they bother you that much? Is it too stressful for you? Are you waiting for it to be more steady, you know, a slow increase? Let me know what your thoughts are. Study the 2013 China bubble. That's what we're going through now. Should give you an idea of where we're heading. Long-term BTC will rocket again, but not until we've been through a bear market. Yep, that's exactly what I've just said, Oliver. But some people may not have that belief. You've got to understand, you feel like that, but some people go, well, how do you know? You know, if you talk to my wife, for example, she'll sit here and go, oh, but how do you know it's not going to be worth zero tomorrow? Now, I'll say, yeah, but, like, and this is me talking to her. Yeah, but babe, I don't think it will. I think it'll go up a lot. Yeah, but how do you know that? Well, I don't. Just go, well, so you could lose all your money tomorrow. That's what he's saying. So why don't you just withdraw it today? You might as well withdraw it today. At least you know it's worth something. Well, no, I'm going to leave it in there, babe, because I think it's going to triple in price in the next, year or so. You're like, well, you're stupid then, aren't you? You know, that's the conversation that you have. Obviously, depending on your beliefs, they may be different. Followed by a accumulation phase. I spent about 5k glen on my rigs. ups and downs. Yeah. So Terry, I would love to know. You've spent £5,000 on your rigs. One, how long ago did you buy them? And two, how much have you received back in terms of either US dollar or BTC equivalent, what you could have bought 5 grand for when you bought them? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Good looking honky says hi. Terry says that's what it's about, Glenn. Passive income from lots of different streams. Yeah, he's agreeing with what I've just said, so that's good. We're on the same wavelength. Peter North here, old porn star. I know Peter North. There's no way you're Peter North. He had not you. I don't think you're not Peter North, surely, but he used to have like I think he used to have like a 10 or 11-inch penis, and I think all his porn videos were towards the end with the same girl. There we go. Little insight into the porn industry there. I bet new miners will have more terahashes since difficulty is way up. So if more terahash becomes available and it becomes easily available, then inherently the difficulty is going to go up. So it's only going to become worse for the people that have bought, say, S9s or GPUs, because they're not going to be able to keep up. So the difficulty is going to go up even more, and they're miners. So if you look at like an Antminer S7, they're not profitable. But if you'd bought it the day it came out, they would have been profitable. So therefore, you have to then look at, right, okay, I'm going to buy this Antminer S9. How long is it going to be profitable for? Half a year, year and a half until the new one comes out, or till difficulty goes up so much. So it literally, there's, like I say, there is no foolproof way. The best thing you can do, like Terry said, is to have different forms of passive income over the place that doesn't stretch you too much, and obviously looking and saying, right, okay, after say 6 months or so, sitting back and going, do you know what, I'm earning that much from that, I'm earning that much from that, and that has been really reliable. I've accumulated this $1,000 or whatever it may be, 10,000, 5,000, whatever. You can either walk away with that profit, or you can say, right, do you know what, that there has been the best source of income for me. I'm going to increase my position in that. And obviously you've still got these other little things going on, but you've also got the one that's giving you the best return. You're going to put even more money into it, so therefore giving you an even better return. So you're only going to know that though with experience. You can watch as many YouTubers as you like. You can watch as many graphs, charts and stuff like that, but until you actually do it, it's a different story. You know, even when I look at the price of Bitcoin now, you have to take into account, sorry, I'm going on a bit of a rant here, but even when you look at Bitcoin and say, oh, it's worth 9,052. No, it's not actually. Until you actually put some money into one of these exchanges. So say you do it on, what's the one we mentioned the other day? HitBTC. So I'm sure HitBTC there. They charge you to put money on that exchange. And I'm sure some of these other exchanges have the same method. So one, you've lost money straight away. Bam, straight away. Just putting money in there. Then obviously you buy in the Bitcoin, you use Coinbase, they charge you fees, credit card fees, then you're paying interest, then you're paying interest on your credit card each month. You have to take that into account. Is the price of Bitcoin going up or down? Literally, there's no foolproof way of doing it. Otherwise that would be the way, and that's the way that everyone will do it. So the best thing you can do is do loads of research, get a feel for what you're happy doing. I'm quite happy doing cloud mining. My wife doesn't want a GPU rig set up in the house somewhere, and I wasn't in a position. I've got actually somewhere set up that I could do it now, but I need to get electrics down there, so I've got to pay an electrician. He's quoted me 250, so I've got to pay 250 quid to get all these electrics set up down there before I even set up a bit of mining equipment down there. Then buy the mining equipment, then hope that it doesn't drop in value over time and the difficulty doesn't go up. So do you see what I mean? There's no guaranteed way. Otherwise, that would just be the way. We wouldn't be even looking at these other revenues. Should do $1,000 US altcoin fan voted like what? Glenn should do $1,000 altcoin fan voted by like Doug Polk. I actually really liked, and I actually messaged Doug Polk through his Twitter, and I said that them videos he's doing at the minute with the was it 10 grand or 100 grand? I can't remember what it was. Is a great way of all his fans to interact with him and feel like they're part of his investment. And I would like to do something like that. I just wish I had the money to. Obviously, like I talk to you guys on a daily basis now, and you guys go, Glenn, buy this quick, it's on a dip, and Glenn, buy that. So I sort of do that on a very small scale. I would love to have 10 grand or 100 grand just to say, hey, do you know what, guys? Because obviously he's doing that because he must be worth £1 million himself, otherwise he wouldn't do that. You know, if that was like 80% of his net worth, you wouldn't risk unless you're very brave or very crazy. So, you know, I wish I was in his position to do that. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of getting out of the adult industry biz and doing some Bitcoin. Well, I don't know. Adult industry pays quite well, doesn't it? But I can imagine Bitcoin being a lot less painful. So, Box Mining deleted his Genesis mining videos. Really? So, he's jumped. Box Mining, from what I can gather, this is, and I don't know because I haven't been watching him that long, and to be honest, I don't really watch his videos that much. I think he really found massive success when he actually went to Genesis Mining and obviously showed their warehouse or factory or whatever you want to call it, their mining operation. Obviously, a lot of people were looking for Genesis Mining on YouTube, found him walking around it, and I did. That's how I found him. So if he's getting rid of them, obviously he's got a big following now, so he's got that big following already. He can delete all his old videos and people wouldn't really notice it that much. Maybe it may slow down how new people are finding him, but he's got so many videos out there that I'm sure he'll get views anyway. I've always maintained that Hashflare, you know, I would like to think I haven't really staked my YouTube career or videos just solely based on Hashflare. I haven't really shielded it. I've done like maybe 2 videos saying this is how much I've earned. This is my documentation of my experience on Hashflare. I haven't really said you need to do this. This is the best thing ever and da 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 da. I've generally sort of mentioned, right, they're doing a discount today, but do your own research. Go with your gut feeling. It all depends on this, all depends on that. I've tried to be as honest and clear as possible. I've even said, look, if you don't want to use my link, don't use it. Just search for Hashflare on Google. I don't know how I can be more honest and true to what I believe, but also try and say what I think is happening. So I don't think I'd ever have to remove my videos because I don't feel I've done anything wrong or I haven't led people down a wrong path. Even this video today, you know, once that Crypto Buddy website worked, I showed you the profit and losses and what I think it's to be, and then really stated like, but this is based on this is based on that. So I used to wake up at 3 AM. The first thing I would do is check the market. I don't do it so much now. I'm at ease with the process, and I've been for a long time. Yep, I was exactly the same, Kev. I was waking up, and I'd put my money into Litecoin, and I'd think, oh my God, Litecoin's going down, but Bitcoin's gone up. I should have left it in that overnight. Fuck's sake. So yeah, and I know exactly what you feel, and I don't do that no more. I don't even worry about it, but if I had a large stake, you know, if you're talking about £100,000 and that was 80% of all my net worth, then yeah, obviously I'd be watching it like a hawk. And every 5 minutes you'd be like, oh, should I transfer it to something else quickly? Because I don't want to lose another 10 grand. You know, then that's why I always say only invest what you're willing to lose. That is so important because then you won't have those sort of thoughts and those panics. March 15, 11K BTC. So, PJ, where's the big estimates gone? What happened to 13,500 Bitcoin? Was it Sunday? Was that you that said that, or was that the other way around? I can't remember. But you've backed off a bit there. He's like, Ooh. Where's the hoodies? Good question. I'll come on to that in a second. I was extensively using it for ETN, Electronium, as prices were good. Not at the Mo though. See, again, Terry's obviously started off with one process, one type of coin, and obviously now he's thinking, oh, it's not that good now. So again, there's no right or wrong answer. I was diverse though and got some ICOs and managed to sell the tokens on ETH for profit. Well done, Terry. Nice to hear that. No return on investment clear at the Mo. So what I am doing is using the mining for stuff, using staking or other stuff for the ICOs. So now you're using mining to like buy ICOs. So interesting, and that's pretty much what I've done, I suppose. Have won some, lost some. I've mined different coins now from what to mine. Trouble is with what to mine is it's so widely used that the second you read it, so has another 10,000 people with GPUs, and then they're all going to jump on that coin. And as that coin is profitable, the difficulty is going to go do, 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 do. So then like you have to check the website again, but then everyone's doing the same thing. That's what I assume's happening. I don't know because I haven't mined personally myself. Put it under the floor and it will give you underfloor. Good morning from Manitoba, Canada. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Not sure if it's really worth it though. Card prices are crazy. I wouldn't be getting one. Yeah, that's the trouble, and the prices are cut. Exactly the same with Hashflare. Prices went up, so did GPU mining. It's coming 5k the 20th. Is that meant to be 15k the 20th of March? Got to pick up my kid from school. See you later, Valigator. Jesus, coin told me. So just a quick update. I am trying to design hoodies, and at the minute I'm at the final stages. Oh, where's the one that oh, here we go. So this is one that oh no, where is it? Oh, here we go. So this is Team Glen with the coin, and then I've got the back side. I'm still working on that one. What do you guys think? I'm just playing about with different ideas, seeing what they look like, but I'm going to play with some more before I go ahead with it. And I'm doing this because it's so requested. Everyone's always asking me, Glenn, when are you doing t-shirts, when are you doing hoodies? I really want a hoodie myself, so I want to make it look nice, saying that I'm happy to wear out and about. Well, that's it from me, guys. I'm going to finish up now, so thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And join us on Telegram if you want to carry on chatting to me and any of the guys in this live chat, because most of us are on the Telegram group chat. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching.